gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, it's the Huge Pop Wrestling Podcast. It's me. It's that M-A-double-T. And riding with me as always is my broski, the Huge Pop.
Scott. What's up?
So welcome back. So Monday Night Raw from last night.
Solid.
First, back-to-back shows. This is the first of the Triple H era, the official Triple H era.
Yeah, because didn't Vince step away finally, right? Once and for all.
He made the comment that he is he's executive, like he isn't in the weeds, so to speak. He is like just a not top tier, but
he's out of the bus. He's
doing
something different with his life than making decisions for TV.
But everything that Triple H says has to go through him still. Yeah. So it is what it is at this point.
Right.
So last night, we had the United States Championship match. Bobby Lashley lost Theory. We had Seth Rollins versus The Miz. You had the return of Brock Lesnar. And Trish spoke. That was probably one of my favorite spots of the night.
Right.
So we opened up with the Usos, right? Like, because they're a bunch of bad dudes, and they're still pissed off because they want their championship belts back. And Solo, he's pissed off because he got beat by the guy who should be the champ right now, and Cody. But ever since that loss to Cody, he's gotten meaner and meaner. You know what I mean? Like he's
got a solid attitude, bro. Just the look on his face is like, and if I was Jimmy and Jay and Paul Heyman and whoever, I don't know if I'd be wanting to cross his path either, because, dude,
he's got that look on his face that he's like, you want to play a game? The game's called Fuck Around and Find Out.
Exactly. And what the hell was Paul Heyman doing, dude? I thought somebody from the Usos, as a matter of fact, Jimmy or Jay said, dude, we didn't know nothing about this.
Well, I mean, ladies and gentlemen, Paul Heyman has been instructed by the tribal chief himself to carry on and carry out these plans.
Yeah.
Now, is that the tribal chief's thing, or is Paul Heyman trying to do his slimy Paul Heyman stuff?
I mean, it works for the story. It works, it makes sense. Roman Reigns is probably got to gather people around him just in case something bad happens, and so let's pay dues to other people to get shit done, and then we'll take care of your problem. I get that, and I'm like, but in a sense, it's fishy as well, is because I'm like, okay, would the tribal chief really say something like that? I'm like, don't know. Thanks, King Joey. I love it. Thank you. So
thanks, Joey.
I don't know, man. Funny. I don't know.
Yeah, it is one of those. It's one of those situations. It really is, that you look at it and you want to think that Roman did that, but it also plays into the whole. Once Roman loses them championship, he is going to have an unpleasant surprise. I think Solo is going to come out and say, all right, listen, the elders sent me to protect you and to protect them championships when you couldn't protect yourself.
Right.
So it's my time.
Yeah.
And then he's gonna Samoa spike him and just beat the shit out of him. I think Solo is gonna be the next
the one to take him out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would make sense, and I think your storytelling would make sense too. Just the problem is, when is it going to happen and where? It needs to happen at a pay-per-view. But of course, I want to talk about that at the end of the show too. What pay-per-views are going to look like for us wrestling fans going forward. But no, I think you're right. I think Solo Sikoa is going to be that guy that's going to be the next champion. And I'm okay with that. I think that's great. But I love the segment where they're all standing there, and so you see Solo's pissed. You don't see Rhea Ripley's just a dirty bitch, and she's mad too. And she's like, and then Solo, and so Paul Heyman's trying to jokingly around go, why don't you change spots with Jay and come over here? And of course, Rhea slides past Finn. And she goes,
are we okay? Are we gonna be okay here? And he's like, for now.
For now,
Hey Joey, that's awesome, dude. I will not be making the trip to Ford Field. The tickets were just a little bit too rich for my blood. I have to buy 3 tickets at $125 a piece. I just can't. I can't do that. So I will be sitting directly behind me with this over my shoulder with a beverage that's not going to cost me $13 and food that won't make me go into credit card debt and enjoy it on that TV. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
But I'm glad that you get to experience it. I really, maybe one of these days I'll be able to get Andrew down to watch a major event, but it's just not. I mean, having to buy 3 tickets kind of put a damper on things.
Yeah, not in the cards, man. Did you check what Heyman said? It's a very good day to be very bad guy. If there's a heaven, none of us are getting in. We're all going to hell.
I mean, that's fair.
I mean, none of those. Let me see. There was 9 people in the room in that ring, and they're probably all going to hell. I mean, let's be real. So, but that was a pretty cool thing. That was a great segment, So then we had that match. Didn't the match come up? Match with Rey Mysterio and Solo?
Yeah, that beat down that Rey took at the end.
Yeah.
And the Usos just absolutely just handled business with the LWO.
I'm digging that new faction. Really, I really
am. I'll be right back. Hold on.
Okay. You going to AEW May 10th? Where's that at, King Joey? Where's AEW going to be at? So, but no, we're talking about the Solo Sikoa Rey Mysterio match. A lot of it happened in that match. Mysterio rallied heading into commercial break, taking Sikoa to the floor. A lot of good things with Rey Mysterio happened. Solo Sikoa again took control. But Ray showed it. Ray held his own though, Matt. I think he did. Ray held his own for a while until there was too much.
Well, and then you talk about because LWO was El Fantasma. I've liked El Fantasma since they were in NXT. With Santos Escobar.
Yeah.
I mean, he was a heel in the NXT, but they really turned him into a they turned it into a what do you call it, a face tag or a face faction because of they're teaming up with Ray now. So
yeah. That's a good team. I kind of dig that though.
Well, the LWO from like back in
right,
the NWO days.
Yeah, back from where I started watching wrestling again. So
Viva la Racha!
Too bad I'm fat and can't do that. But
so, Joey, I haven't seen anything yet. We're kind of this summer, to go back to the whole SummerSlam thing, not being able to go. Andrew's picked like a few other things that he wants to do. He wants to go to another Tigers game. He wants to go to a Detroit Panthers game this summer. And interesting enough, the Detroit Panthers, they have a MC that's supposed to be either doing every home game or something along those lines, and it's Big E.
Really?
Yeah.
No, that's that's USFL, right?
Yeah, that's USFL. They play like 7 home games.
Okay.
Let's see here.
Big E, huh?
Yeah. Dang. I'll throw that up right there.
That's sick.
So,
that's sick.
Yeah, the Michigan Panthers are thrilled to announce WWE Big E as our MC at Ford Field for the 2023 season.
So is that starting in the summertime, or when does that start?
Oh, that's going right now. Their first game was yesterday.
Where do they play?
They play at Ford Field.
Okay, cool. That's cool.
So they have So
I guess I didn't know that Big E is he from? Are they all from Michigan? Those guys?
No, Big E's from like Iowa. But
okay, I thought. I didn't think he was from Michigan. That's cool that they got him to do that. That's pretty sick. But no, that match was cool. Again, everything. I mean, I thought that whole segment in that match was pretty cool. It was great because the first 2 segments of Raw started off strong, and I thought that was awesome. You could tell it was different from the past several.
I mean, the only bad part about the next match was the fact that Matt Riddle was in it.
True.
I mean, he in my opinion, he is as cool and as fun to watch as Bianca Belair is.
Yes. And I
don't like him. I don't like Matt Riddle. Bro. No.
Yeah. And I've talked to my guys from the indies and stuff, and we talked a little bit. I just can't dig that. I can't dig him there. It makes no sense. It makes no sense to have him in that 3-way with the Usos. It makes, I mean, you know what I'm saying? You would have thought, if anything, instead of putting Brock Lesnar and Cody Rhodes together, let's finish out this involvement that Cody Rhodes has with KO and Sami Zayn, and get that trios tag team against the Usos and Solo Sikoa. Let's do that. And why bring in bro? No, get the fuck off my TV, dude.
Yeah.
I hate him.
Go smoke another blunt.
Yeah, go do that and be happy with yourself.
Yeah.
Because you sure as shit can't wrestle.
Yeah.
Probably got a lot of people pissed at me, but that's okay.
Well, and we're going to go right into the fact that we had the female version of Matt Riddle going against Dakota Kai.
Why? I mean,
your guess is about as good as mine when it comes to that match.
And spoiler alert, she beat her.
Oh my God, the female Goldberg.
Oh, let's go. All that did, I mean, I don't know. They're continuing to bury Bayley, and it's pissing me off, but that's okay. I'm sure she'll get her shot. Hey, we're almost a year from when they shocked the world and came back, and they have done nothing with her. But now we're almost to SummerSlam again, and hopefully she'll come out in a hotter white outfit or something.
I don't know. And then the Cody Rhodes segment was pretty cool.
Yes.
He's all like, well, you're not medically cleared. My guy wrestled with a torn fucking pec.
Yeah.
But he's not medically cleared.
Right.
Come on.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a sick segment. He looks pissed.
And then you had Undertaker Brock come out.
Yeah.
Brock Taker.
Brock Taker. Cody goes.
Under Lesnar.
There you go.
Let's give him a big old trench coat and a cowboy hat. I mean.
And then I like Rhodes goes, I was a cowboy, and you're not, dude. You're not a cowboy. I used to wear cowboy hats.
Rhodes ended the segment by saying Lesnar is not a cowboy, but a coward.
Yes.
Ooh.
Let's write that again.
In a shoot fight. Sorry, my guy. Brock's kicking your ass.
All over, everywhere.
Oh my God. I just hope he doesn't end up doing to Cody what he did to Randy a few years back at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
He messed Randy up something fierce.
Yep.
I mean, Rollins versus possibly one of the greatest underused talents, underappreciated talents. I know you're not a huge fan of The Miz, but
I do agree with what you said. I mean, he is unappreciated. I should give him more respect than what I do. If I'm really honest with myself, he is underappreciated. Like you said, he is underused, and he's used in the most stupidest ways.
Okay,
and
so
he's good.
And he is a future Hall of Famer.
He is. I will have to agree.
The only thing he hasn't done in his career is win a Royal Rumble.
Yep. He's good. And
he won a Money in the Bank. He was Money in the Bank holder. He's won the United States Championship. He's won the Intercontinental Championship. He's won the WWE Championship. He's won the Tag Team Championships multiple times. Mm-hmm. And he's married to a hot-ass woman in Maurice.
Yep.
That's Hall of Fame worthy right in there.
I mean, I wrote down he was probably that segment probably easily could have been a mid-card pay-per-view. In the middle of the event pay-per-view match. It could have been like third on the list.
Oh, yeah. Rollins Miz? Hell easy. Yeah.
I mean, the only thing I cringe, every time that Miz goes for that buckle, whatever they call it, I just think of what happens to other people that was done to, and I'm like, what is that called?
The skull crushing finale, or
no, the buckle buster, where they threw where I think it's Seth threw him against the buckle and that cracks the head on the back of the buckle like that.
Oh, the buckle bomb.
Yeah, buckle bomb.
Okay.
Anytime somebody does that, it's like, because that's where a lot of big talents get hurt real easily, and I don't know. But no, you're right. He's easily underutilized, wrongly utilized, and no one appreciates the guy because he does what he's asked to do, and it just, I don't know.
So we got, then next up we had Bobby Lashley and Bronson Reed. Not Bronson Reed, Bobby Lashley. It
ended up being
it turned out to be Bronson Reed. Yeah. But no, it was Bobby Lashley, Austin Theory, United States Championship. So Backlash is going to be a triple threat match. Book it now. You heard it here first. Shocker.
And I'm going to say Bronson Reed's going to take the belt.
He needs to.
If they don't do it, they're screwed in the head.
He needs to be. Yeah, Bronson Reed. doesn't necessarily have to be a big like a main title guy, but he needs to have a championship.
Yep.
Austin Theory does not need a championship to get over.
Nope. Nope. You're
So,
absolutely correct. So then we went to Trish, right?
Oh, that segment was freaking awesome.
Yep.
I mean, that segment pretty much saved the show. I think.
Okay.
Because it was going downhill quickly.
Yep.
Yes, Jamie Rose, what's good? Trish. No, he no, that Trish segment was freaking awesome.
She stated facts.
Oh, she did. I mean, I was more of a Trish fan than I was Lita.
Okay.
I think Trish was more of the wrestler, not the
eye candy, the arm candy.
Oh no. Well, Trish was she was eye candy by all imagination.
Right.
But all sense of the word. I'm saying Lita was obviously because she was partnered with Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy, she was Team Extreme,
right.
And did the high spots.
Yeah.
But that's really all she was known for. She really wasn't the grappler and that kind of stuff that Trish was. Trish revolutionized. I mean, she was the original women's revolution.
She was. Yep.
I mean,
I liked what she said when she goes, "I'm not nostalgia act. I'm not your childhood fantasy. I am damn sure nobody's sidekick, and the most important figure in the history of WWE. And I'm here to make sure none of you forget it." She wasn't. She was no sidekick to anybody. She was just one bad.
She was talking about the whole thing with her, Lita, and Becky. She's like, no,
just one bad bitch.
Yeah. I mean,
there you go, Jamie. Whoops, sorry. You beat me to it. You're right. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, teenage and
there you go.
I'm just putting facts up there at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, I apologize. My wife doesn't watch this, so it's fine.
She chimes in. Hey, I do too. She said I was the first woman to make you people give a crap about the women's division. True. Facts.
Yeah.
Without me, there would be no women's revolution. Fact. And certainly no woman in the main event of WrestleMania. Facts.
Because she was the first woman to main event Monday Night Raw.
Absolutely.
So, and she still looks damn good.
Yep. Yeah, I think we were talking last week that in the ring even, Lita looked very rusty and very unsure, and Trish, ever since she came back, there's no uncertainty in her at all.
Well, with Lita, you got to remember Lita does have severe neck and back issues.
Yeah.
So
I get that.
That's more than likely why she's a little hesitant and everything. But I mean, because one false move, she's in a wheelchair for the rest of her life. So
right. But I went and got popcorn.
Oh yeah, because Chelsea Green came on my screen.
Yeah, I was like, okay, time to fast forward. Oops, I can't fast forward, so I'll go get popcorn.
Now, okay, so I don't understand why they put the team of Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville over Mia Yim and Candice LeRae. I don't understand that.
No.
It just didn't. It didn't. It didn't make sense to me. It was because I'd rather watch. But I guess I do understand now that I'm really diving into this whole thing. Chelsea and Sonya are heels, and they're going against Liv and Raquel, who are faces.
Yeah.
Heel versus face, you gotta have that because oh my god, that's just the way it's gotta be, right?
That's that Backlash, right?
Yes.
In Puerto Rico?
Yes. It's the first of 3 consecutive that are overseas.
Nice.
Or out of the country, rather. I mean.
Right.
So, I mean.
Then I think we went to that last match, did we not?
Yes.
Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, and Matt Riddle versus the Judgment Day.
Well, I mean,
that everything that you wanted to, that everything you expected that it should have, plus a lot more.
Well, I mean, I guess, like I said earlier, I don't know. I don't like Matt Riddle. How many times? Okay. Here's my hot take. I don't like Matt Riddle. And how many times is someone going to violate your substance abuse policy and you allow them to be employed by your company?
Right.
How many times are you going to do that?
Sure.
How many times are you going to let him do that, but yet Mandy Rose has some risky pictures and she gets the boot like that?
Thanks, King Joe. You have a good day too, man. I agree, Matt. Yeah, you're right. And it doesn't make sense. And yeah. What I liked about it was you got all four different factions, or 3 different factions in there. Four different factions, because Judgment Day and LWO came out. It was cool to see old school 80s and 90s wrestling with the factions come together and end the show beating the piss out of everybody. No matter who it is, you're just cranking on somebody. That's what I thought was cool about that show. Because it was predictable. You knew what was going to happen. If there's the same old crap that happens every damn week with the Usos and Soa and Riddle and KO and Sammy. And it just finally, with all 4 of the factions coming, that's what I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, it ended with a bang, but I mean, I don't know. I'm just anything that has Riddle in it, just kind of, just not a fan.
Right. So yeah, that was Raw. But I got a few questions for Matt. I want to get your hot take on a couple things. Okay.
All right.
You're pretty good at. You're pretty up to date and stuff like that. First of all, we have that Saudi Arabia pay-per-view coming up, correct?
Yes, they changed the name. It is no longer Kings and Queens of the Ring tournament. It is now Clash of the Champions or Night of Champions. Yeah, Night of Champions.
Is there still talks that Sami Zayn and Owens can't go over there or won't go over there, refuse to go over there?
Sami Zayn is not, per his religion, he's not allowed to go there.
Okay, so a lot of people on TikTok world and even on Clapper, the new one that we're on, and even on social medias, they're saying that the belts, that Usos are going to regain those belts because so they can go over and represent and take the belts over there. Is that a thing? Do you think that'll happen? Is that something that WWE will do? And if so, then why did we do what we did at WrestleMania?
Well, here's the thing. The Usos can't technically leave the country either. because of their police record.
I didn't know that. Okay, I didn't know that.
Gotcha. So, I mean, they were able to go to Canada, but that's not going over to like a foreign land. I mean, I call, if there's anyone out there from Canada listening, I just call you guys USA North because, I mean,
right.
Right.
Next thing is AEW has their pay-per-view coming up in London in Wembley Arena or whatever.
Wembley Stadium, yes.
Oh, the stadium. So
the last major event held there was SummerSlam 96.
People have been all over talking about that Drew McIntyre has done to his Twitter account and his Instagram account, etc. Are we going to see him in AEW showing up at Wembley Stadium? And also, Becky Lynch has done the same thing. She's taken down a lot, or blocked out, and changed her name on her Twitter account. Is this a hint that she's leaving WWE? And if she does, is Seth Rollins following her too?
I think it's all that's okay. I think it is a situation where you have Becky and Drew. This is why we all need to just sit back and watch what happens.
Right.
Because this, in my opinion, in my educated guess, in my 30 plus years of watching professional wrestling, I have to immediately think this is a work.
And I get what you're saying, because sitting back and just watching it, because I want to be the guy. I want to ask you this because I like because I know the heat it brings when this guy's name is brought up. But I just want to sit back and just watch and see what unfolds in Chicago. I think June 21st is what they're saying at an AEW event. I think all out when everybody is highly stated that your man that you love so dearly is going to show up in his hometown.
Okay,
I don't know if I want to talk about it, because I just want to be that fan that goes, "Holy shit!" And I can text you. See, I told you, you stupid motherfucker.
Well, here's the thing with Phil Brooks. Yeah, Phil, I'm talking to you. It will be probably the most underwhelming thing that happens in AEW if he comes back.
You think?
I think it will. I think everyone will be like, "Oh, never mind." You know,
it's possible.
He'll get his pop from his diehard fans that love him regardless of the they'll go bonkers over it. I'll be like, "Oh, cool." You know, like, how long is he going to stay this time?
Okay, fair.
Kind of thing. Like, but he's made that perception of himself to himself. Like, he's painted himself in that light no one else has. Because he doesn't stick around very long.
Right.
I think if it happens, I mean, it'll be the only he won't fight that night, I don't think. It'll be a MJF-esque kind of thing. I think they'll mask it and have FTR come down. That's the only way it works, in my opinion, is if you have him team up with FTR.
Okay.
For those trios championships.
Okay.
I think that's the only way you can do it, because having him come in and directly like spout off at and go after MJF again, it doesn't work, in my opinion. It doesn't fit.
Okay.
Because you have 4 guys, you have the pillars that deservingly should be getting a shot, not these guys, not a guy who basically called everyone in the back a bunch of bitches and that kind of stuff.
Sure.
So
sure. I hear you.
That's what I think. I think if it happens, it's got to be done right. And knowing Tony Khan, that's probably not what he's going to do.
Sure. Got it. Those are the things I wrote on my notes after Raw was said. So, I know it was a short show, but.
Well, I do have something that I want to throw out there for everyone who's watching. In the chat, if you are interested, the Huge Pop Wrestling Podcast will be, we will be, expanding our programming. Wednesdays, I'll be giving out more information, more details in the coming week or so. If you would like to join myself on a show as a guest, reach out to me. I would love to put you on and we can talk. And I'll reach out to me and I will give you the details on what I want, what I'm seeing, what my vision is for the next for the new show. So stay tuned, everybody that watches and everything along those lines, because I do want to give people an opportunity. So yeah. I know it's very vague in what I want. I have a lot. I have it pretty much all mapped out on my phone. And what I want to do, I have a logo. I have so everything is. I just have to start scheduling people. So again, if you are in the chat and if you want to hop in, let me know and we'll figure it out and we will get you here. So it'll be an hour-long program, and it's just going to be you and me. We're not going to talk about anything specific. So that's as much information as I can really divulge right now.
There you go. That's it.
And of course, we'll be back. We'll be back Thursday afternoon for our AW Rewind. We'll see what kind of show Tony puts on this week. Want to also, I don't know if he's listening, Ryan Shooting Stars Press and his wife, happy anniversary to them. Happy engagement anniversary to our parents.
Yes. Let's talk about that. If I read the text right or the Facebook right, old Dad got on his knee today and proposed to Mom or something like that.
He's a dog.
What a dog! He's a whoop whoop. But how do you get up from that?
Literally, did he need help?
Did he need help? I just said, I don't know. Happy anniversary, guys. Well, no, not the anniversary. Happy engagement, yeah.
Happy engagement anniversary, and happy anniversary to the Sarda family. Yeah. Shooting Star Press from the Two Dudes with Attitudes podcast over there with MWO. Jamie Rose was in here. I don't know, was probably still in here. He's over there on Off the Top. He does great things over there. It was a blast hanging out with him on Saturday. on the Broken Wrestling podcast, the men's only. Look for that to be a monthly deal. We will be doing that once a month as a mental health kind of thing for the boys.
Now you're all dads, right?
No.
That's not the one. I thought
No.
there was one that you were all dads.
No. Well, I'm trying to put that together again.
Okay.
I got too many irons in the fire at this point for me. That's why I'm slowly rolling out the new one. That'll be on Wednesdays.
If you guys are interested in any indie show, any indie wrestling, pay attention to Saturdays. Huge Pop Wrestling Podcast is 8 or 9 p.m. I have to do a better job at advertising that show because I mean it's just cool listening to some indie guys talk about what they go through and where they're at in their journey to the top. So, and
one more cheap plug for something that it's one of my many projects. You're going to see 2 dudes, same screen. It's going to be Andrew and I doing our sports podcast starting this summer. Like once school's over and we can just jump right into it. We might start doing it once baseball games start. You can kind of give us a recap of what happened throughout the week in his little league and that kind of stuff. And so if you guys like that kind of stuff, Fridays at this time 1 to 2, or no, I'm sorry, Fridays from 3 to 4 is when we'll do that, or somewhere in there, maybe 3:15 to 4:15 whenever we get home from school.
Not going to compete with Jim Rome then, are you? Get a different time slot.
Yeah, and we might even have a smack off. Maybe you guys can come on here and do the smack off.
Just as long as you give takes that don't suck, because you have to get ran. So, you ready to finish this, bro?
And just remember, all you other podcasts out there, and I'm not yucking anyone's yums either, Will Gray. We're just better than you, and you know it.
I'm better than you, and you know it.